Carlos Shelley. She graduated in chemistry in 1980. She developed the study of development subjects related to the physical chemistry. And since 28, she's the Chancellor Delegate and is the President of the Orientation Committee of the University of Geneva. Working together, the Regional Scholastic Office to promote the collaboration between school and university. She's a member of the organizing committee of the international event X-Science, and since 27 she's a member of the managerial group of the Division of Chemical Education in Italian Chemical Society, and is involved in the national plan teaching experimental sciences. She's also a scientific coordinator at the Chemistries All Around Network project.
Thanks for the presentation. With my work, we conclude the first year of our project. So I can show you the results. A scientific background of a teacher who started teaching 10 years ago without a constant update risks to become soon completely obsolete. But often the language used by most advanced researchers is too complicated, even for teachers, and the knowledge gap between university and research centers and the teachers themselves tend to become too big to be handled. The Chemistries All Around Network project aims at stimulating the interest of students towards the study of chemistry. It is based on the collaboration of school teachers, scientific experts, and university research. And each year foresees different activities within a specific area of interest. The first year involves students' motivation, the second teacher training, and the third successful experiences at the projects. The project partners are collected here, and this is the page of our site, and are 11 countries. The first year award dedicated to analyze the countries involved students' motivation to study chemistry and discuss about project solution was completed in December 2012. The material produced papers, reports, teaching resources, etc., as well as the national and the transnational papers available in the project portal. This transnational report that I present summarizes all the national reports and is divided into sections as follows. Introduction to the national situation, setting up of the network, main also across the students' motivation to learn chemistry, analysis of teaching resources, national workshop on students' motivation, conclusion. Introduction to the national situation. The first section is dedicated to collect documents about the organization of the school system of the 11 countries participating in the project, some information about the teaching of science and chemistry in particular also provided. Setting up the network. At the beginning, each country selected at least 10 teachers from schools of different grade and level and the 5 experts in chemistry and all education in order to create a national network able to discuss and work on the subjects foreseen for each year of the project. Now, they are looking for associated partners in the school to involve as support in the dissemination and forecasting the selected resources. Here there are the number, a lot of number. We have 11 partners, a lot of experts, school teachers, associated schools, associated partners, and all this is in progress. Main obstacle to students' motivation to learn chemistry. The low students' motivation to learn chemistry is a problem that affects all countries participating in the project. It is a real contradiction for the modern society, where science and technology are continually evolving. The main reason is the nature of this debate. The necessity of thinking at microscopic level generates many difficulties, and the belief that chemistry is abstract and far from personal professional needs is a problem. It is obvious that students cannot have interest in something that is seen as a teaching and relevant for their everyday life reality. Moreover, chemistry involves Besides this, mass media contribute has to be considered because too often encouraging the negative image that the pupils and their families have about chemistry. Pollution, poison, ecological disaster. To improve science education, some countries set up oral national strategies, while others fund or encourage projects and initiatives at the national and local level aiming to improve people's opinion towards chemistry, or to introduce facilities into schools, computers, laboratory equipment, training courses for teachers, and new disciplinary courses for students. For this, the first activity of the project was to collect documents and select teaching resources to comment inside the national rules of teachers and experts involved. The teaching resources that we collect are very various. We have a lot of subject area, chemistry life, fundamental chemistry, but all other, very interesting. Level chemistry knowledge is principally medium, but it is also basic and advanced. Data reduction are at most recently, but also the more older, are interesting because they are the historical background. The type of products are website portal, downloadable material, course online, software, others. And here there is some examples of the sources that we collect. I reported one for each country. And if for you is useful, you can also write the site and visit this. We have a lot of sites we are reporting also in national language. The possibility to study, to have some information, a lot of information, a possibility to have also some experience to do in school. And all countries agree that also these resources, that is an American resource, can be a good help for teachers. All this is also discussed in the National Workshop on Students' Motivation, where all teachers, experts can meet and can discuss. General objectives of the workshop were discussion and evaluation of the contents of the chemistries all around nature database, papers, publication about students' motivation, teaching resources, with particular attention to the non-national materials. Analysis of the current national situation in relation to students' motivation to learn chemistry via the personal experience of the participants. Collection of proposals for overcoming the problem of the lack of students' motivation to learn chemistry. Conclusion. All partners agree that the chemistry science teaching must change the science primary school if teaching since primary school. If teaching is effective, students learn significantly and are motivated to go on with accepting the challenges that knowledge proposes to them. The teacher figure and education and emotional mediation that teacher makes between the students and knowledge are key points. Therefore, it is necessary to work with them. Then, since there is not only one correct way to teach sensibility and experience, will help teachers to choose different methods and tools from time to time, depending on the context. For what concerns the tools to enhance students' motivation, laboratory practice, and sensitive resources, are warmly supported by all parties, but recommending that they are only an instrument and cannot replace the teacher. Laboratory activities are important to link theory and practice, to show the connection between chemistry and everyday life, thus arousing curiosity and breaking down prejudice, and the virtual laboratories are good instruments to learn how to work in the laboratory. This can be very useful for disabled to understand the safety rules before starting to work really. A virtual laboratory, however, can never teach the skill that comes from real experience. ICT is increasing importance in people's lives, and it is expected that this trend will requirement for pupils to work, such as personal skills. The use of ICT in appropriate context education can add value in teaching and learning by enhancing the effectiveness of learning or by adding a dimension to learning that was not previously available. ICT may also be a significant motivational factor in students' learning. It can support students' engagement with collaborative learning. The first year of the project has been stimulating and fruitful, also thanks to the joint effort between teachers from schools of different grades and experts involved in science education research. In fact, school teachers daily live the report with students that knowing their psychology and their difficulties to learn. On the other hand, researchers know how to carry out a well-structured research in order to reach certain objectives and are able to provide appropriate summaries. We think that these skills, if used together, could act as valuable tools and a strong impact in science education is foreseen. The International Report is the summary of most important contents presented in detail in 11 national reports produced by partners. Hence, we wish to acknowledge the authors for the national reports of their contribution. Here there are all people that have contributed to this, a lot of teachers, a lot of experts, but a particular note to Dionysius, Marie, Milena, Julian, that also collaborate to check and correction the transnational report, and to Lorenzo Martellini for the collaboration